Have you ever pondered the true power of literacy? Frederick Douglass once said, "Once you learn to read, you will be forever free." This profound statement came from a man who himself escaped the chains of slavery, using the power of words as his key to freedom. Imagine, if you will, living in a world where you are denied the simple right to read. For Frederick Douglass, this was his reality. Born into slavery in the 19th century, he was forbidden to learn to read or write. But Douglass understood something crucial. Literacy wasn't just about words on a page. It was a pathway to freedom, a means to challenge the status quo, and a tool to shape his own destiny. Education, literacy, the ability to communicate effectively. These were not just luxuries, but necessities for Douglass. They were the very foundations of freedom. So who was this man who so profoundly understood the power of literacy? Born into slavery in Maryland, USA in 1818, Frederick Douglass was not always free. His early years were marked by hardship and pain. Born to a slave woman and, as was common at the time, the identity of his father remained a mystery. His childhood was spent in the cruel confines of slavery, separated from his mother at a tender age. Despite these harsh circumstances, young Frederick exhibited an indomitable spirit. He was determined to rise above his circumstances and sought the power of literacy. He managed to teach himself to read and write, in secret and against all odds. This was no small feat, given the oppressive laws that prohibited slaves from learning to read and write. His thirst for knowledge was insatiable and his drive unstoppable. This self-taught literacy was the first step towards his eventual freedom. It gave him the tools to dream of and ultimately realize a life beyond the shackles of slavery. In 1838, Douglass made a daring escape from slavery, a pivotal moment that marked the beginning of his fight for freedom. This escape was more than just a physical journey from the South to the North. It was an emblematic transition from bondage to liberty, a leap from being considered property to becoming a person. Once safe in the North, Douglass did not simply rest on the laurels of his own freedom. His commitment to liberty was greater than that. He became one of the most prominent abolitionists of his time, using his words as weapons against the institution of slavery. His speeches were passionate, powerful, and persuasive, stirring the hearts of many to question and challenge the status quo. In addition, Douglass was a prolific writer, leaving an indelible mark on the fabric of American literature. His writings were eloquent testimonies of his experiences, serving as a beacon of hope for those still in chains. Douglass used his newfound freedom to fight for the freedom of others. Douglass's fight did not end with the abolition of slavery. He continued his quest for equality, using his powerful voice to champion the rights of all marginalized individuals. He once said, "I would unite with anybody to do right and with nobody to do wrong," embodying his belief in universal human rights. Douglass also played a significant role in the fight for women's rights. He attended the Seneca Falls Convention in 1848, standing as a staunch advocate for women's suffrage. He understood that the struggle for freedom was not confined to one group, asserting, "Injustice anywhere is a threat to justice everywhere." After the Civil War, Douglass served in multiple roles as a statesman, including as the U.S. Marshal for the District of Columbia. His life was a testament to the power of resilience and conviction. He once declared, "If there is no struggle, there is no progress." Frederick Douglass passed away in 1895, but his legacy of fighting for freedom and equality lives on. From a slave to a renowned statesman, Frederick Douglass's life is a testament to the power of literacy and the enduring human spirit. Born into bondage, Douglass transformed himself into an influential abolitionist, author, and orator, leaving an indelible mark on American history. His journey from chains to freedom epitomizes the resilience of the human spirit and the transformative power of education. Douglass's life underscores the importance of fighting for one's rights and the pivotal role of literacy in achieving freedom. His words continue to inspire and resonate today, reminding us of our shared commitment to equality, justice, and the pursuit of knowledge. His story is not just a chapter in a history book, but a beacon of hope that shines through the ages, urging us to continue the fight for justice and equality. Remember, in the words of Frederick Douglass, "Without a struggle, there can be no progress." Now don't forget to like this video and subscribe to our channel for more inspiring stories from history.